pretty much, we've had weather that's come across us that's come out of nowhere, and then the next thing you know, we're back to that springtime thought, positive thinking. Alexei hit the nail on the head. The core values really of the why, more than anything else, is that we do want to develop the youth. The youth is really what America is going to be all about. It's kind of how we're all going to wind up becoming in the long run. We're supported by the youth, if you think about it. And also, what we're also supported about is healthy living. We all want to, my wife always says, well, so when you're 100 years old, you'll be enjoying whatever. And I said to myself, yeah, that'd be great. I'll take that. I don't care. Let's keep living. It's a good deal. That's the way I look at it, right? Positivity, good living. And of course, social responsibility. I think social responsibility is kind of where we'll start, because when you think about social responsibility, you're thinking about helping one another, right? Isn't that what social responsibility is all about? Well, there's no better way to help anybody by giving them a positive word of encouragement, right? So that's what we want to focus on. But how do you start getting more positive? How do you improve yourself in such a way where you can be positive and you can be beneficial to other people? Think about how simple it is. It's how does your mind really work? Has anyone ever thought about it, or has anyone ever explained it to somebody, how your mind really works? Well, it works real simple. First you're programmed, okay? Then you start to believe things. Then the next thing you know, you develop an attitude. And that attitude leads to a certain emotion. And that emotion causes you to act. And we all know what happens after that. That action creates a result. And there you have it. That's how you got where you are right now. You were told over a long period of time, you were programmed. They programmed you in such a way. Now you say, well, that might be a bunch of fun. Well, it's true. There's no other way to look at it. And the thing is, who controls the programming? See, that's what positivity is all about. You control the programming. You're the one who makes the decision whether or not you're going to do something or not do something. And the reality of it is that over the years, and this is a sad fact, and we know it because we could just look around us, most people are drowning in a sea of negativity. I've been taking up swimming and talking to Alexei about swimming just a couple of seconds ago. We're all in a tremendous, vast water of negativity. It's up to us to build the boat of positivity so we can stay afloat. It's up to us to decide what we're going to let get programmed into our heads. Over time, we are told something over and over. They say the average person, by the time he reaches 18 years old, will hear over 148,000 no's. Now that's negative thinking. You're getting programmed negatively. When you think about it, all the things that we look at or we choose to look at while we're going through the course of our day, most of it's negative. Nobody comes up to you and says, boy, I saw you at Tai Chi today. You did a great job. That was awesome. I'm so proud of you. How do I get involved in that? No one says that. But at the same time, you have control of telling somebody how good of an experience it was at Tai Chi today and how good you felt when you walked out. You see, that's your choice. That's positivity right there. But what you got to do is you got to express that to yourself. And the only way you're ever going to express it to somebody else is when you start telling yourself that. Let's get through this one time clearly. The programming is the challenge. Who programs you, you or somebody else? One of the most powerful things which I've heard of, and I've been practicing over and over and over, is positive self-talk. You see, there's a dialogue in our head every day. You might notice it, you might not, but it's going on. Every day, there's a voice in your head. I don't know how loud it is, I don't know how soft it is, but it's impacting what you do every day. And when you consider how much you have to challenge yourself to speak positive, you got to start working on your own self-talk. You got to start telling yourself positive things. And what do I mean by that? How about that? This is a good one. My mind is orderly and well organized. I control my own thinking, and I choose to think those thoughts which create and fulfill the best in me. Now, I've practiced that over and over and said that a million times to myself. I've got to think this way. We have to erase and replace the negative thinking. I don't know what you're thinking right now. I don't know what it is, but think about it. All that negativity needs to be erased and replaced with positive thinking in order for us to be the best, the most positive person we can possibly be. And I think a lot of people really want to be as positive as they can, right? I mean, think about it. If you're not feeling well, you're not doing well, or something's bothering you, the best way to get out of it and to change things is to be positive. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
All right. I mean, the bottom line is what we want to do more than anything else is feel good about ourselves. See, the thing about self-improvement or improving yourself at all is the answer, the statement really is, I will get better for me so I can get better for us. You see, an improved individual is an example of somebody that did it. A person that goes ahead and does something very, very amazing, very well, shows people it could be done. You know, there's a story of the 4-minute mile. The 4-minute mile means that over a period of time, basically forever, until 1958, the mile was never believed to be able to be run in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. They said, oh no, you can't do that. You run a 4-minute mile. You know, we got the clock here. You'll probably pass out. You'll die. You drop dead. Something. So no one believed it. Well, what happened? The 4-minute mile was eclipsed. The 4-minute mile was eclipsed, and it got around all around the world that the 4-minute mile had been done. And once that 4-minute mile was achieved, everyone said, wow, I didn't know that. And you know, it was done by a guy that was about 25, 26 years old. He was able to accomplish it. And then within 2 years, high school kids were able to do it. High school kids. People that never thought it was possible. That's what I'm talking about. It's the possibility thinking. It's the one that gets you over the hump. It's the one that gets you thinking into positive things that you got to realize. Over a period of time, something's going to happen. Either it's going to click or it's not in your mind about being a positive person and how important it is to keep along those lines. The challenge is to stay with it. Just to stay with it and keep yourself as positive as you possibly can whenever you can. And positive thinking is one way to go. And I'll kind of wrap it up here. How are we doing time-wise?
Don't have a timer, but I'd say you're still under 10.
Oh, I'm still
Just
under
about.
10. Okay. All right. Well, I can keep going. I mean, I don't want to, with the old saying, the attention span is only as good as the seat you're sitting in. Okay? I think we've all heard that before. But anyway, no, the concept I'm working on and trying to get everyone to understand, and it's been said over and over, but it's got to be practiced. And they said it takes 21 days at least to develop a habit. We all know that. But you know, the reality of it is it takes about 66 days to almost a year to have it become automatic. And automatic thinking in a positive way is something you really have to work on. And it's worth it. I mean, you know, the old saying, a temporary inconvenience is worth a permanent result. I think we've all heard that before too. You know, the temporary inconvenience of learning how to think positive could be a permanent result of a wonderful life for yourself or a wonderful experience somewhere, okay? Always think that way. Always believe that you could do whatever it is you set your mind to. And positivity is one way to do it. I've got some cards here. That's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 cards here. And all they state really simple. It goes real simple. Right now, today, I choose to let nothing, okay? We can go, let's do this the right way. Right now, today, you choose to let nothing stop you or stand in your way. No problem or defeat is ever the end of the road for you. You know roads don't stop. People do. So you make sure your roads keep going. And so do you. You keep yourself moving, and that keeps you winning. And speaking of winning, you will win. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you have faith, courage, and enthusiasm. See, that's what these cards say. How did I do that? I wrote it down. I wrote it down over and over and over again until I can stand in front of you. Now, most of you people don't know me, right? So I can stand in front of most people that don't even know me and tell them that. You see, that's what the power of the mind is. That's how positive thinking starts. That's how you get yourself to understand that you have control of what goes on in your head, the dialogue you have. You know, don't just hold it. Don't just take the card and throw it away or use it as a coaster. Start reading it. Say, all I wrote down was rewrite it, memorize it, and know this as well as you know your name. And watch what starts happening. Watch what starts happening. It's a challenge. I left you with a challenge. You could say, well, that's a pile of it. Thanks for the challenge anyway. Or you could say, wait a minute, let's try this. Let's see what's going on. And self-talk can help you guys out a tremendous. And I do really appreciate you giving me a few minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.